but I'm not, but I'm not. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go.
Are y'all ready to bloom? Are you truly ready to bloom? I am super excited to be hosting our second annual in-person Bloom Conference. Make some noise if you was here last year. Yes, I'm super excited to have you back. Where's Girl Mob? Is Girl Mob? For those that are not in Girl Mob, what are you waiting for? It's the most dynamic community for female entrepreneurs. And I honestly had to start off Bloom Conference with some of my favorite marketers. Okay, y'all know marketing is my thing, it is my love, but I consider these women on the panel my sisters. So I just wanna let you know that no matter where you are and what industry you are in, there is no competition. You are one of one, and the person that is next to you in the same lane as you is doing it totally different, has a different audience, and y'all can still specialize in the same thing. So, I want to start by allowing these amazing women to introduce themselves. Start with Ashley.
There we go. Hey, y'all, hey. I'm King Ashley Ann, and I build businesses. Over 800 of my clients have hit six figures. 174 of them have done $1 million in a year. I currently have 4 clients that earn over $10 million a year. And so I love helping people get paid to do things that they like to do or that they're called to do.
Hey everybody, my name is Ashley too. But y'all can call me Miss Marketing Pro. I specialize in organic marketing on Instagram, so I teach you guys how to reach your communities without ads and also how to build an organic audience and sell your services and your products. So you guys want to learn about marketing on Instagram, I'm your person.
Hi everyone, I'm Laurel Lane. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, all that at Laurel Lane. I am co-founder, my husband and I in the back, of the Social Sales Lab. So we teach busy entrepreneurs who have an established business how to grow using Facebook and Instagram ads. So to date, we have over 24 millionaires in the program and hundreds of six-figure earners. So we're doing this for impact. And if you're looking to grow your business through ads faster, hit us up.
Hi guys, I'm Miss Brittany M. I train and recruit social media managers. So if you guys enjoy content marketing and posting for your homegirl, your parents, your friends, there's an industry where you can get paid good money to do it for popular people. So.
Yes. Y'all excited about that? Okay, so I want to start by saying that there's a humming audio. Okay, I want to start by saying that I think a lot of people miss the marketing phase, right? They start these businesses, they have all of this inventory, they've done their trademarks, they've registered for their LLCs, but they have no idea how to market their business. What is the first tip that you would tell them when it comes to marketing? Whether it's identifying your audience, knowing who you're selling to, what first tip? Now they have their business launch. What do you tell them first about marketing?
I would say that I feel like people miss the whole learning about their audience first. So sometimes you're creating offers that you don't know that people even want. So I tell people a lot of times, go create your content, go live, talk to people, and then listen. Because then you'll get the feedback, and then you'll know what to name your product, how to bundle it, what the offer is, how to pack value in it, because it will actually come from the customers before they even know that they're customers. And then when you drop it, they're like, wow, I really needed that. But it's because you've been doing the market research. Even if people are asking you questions, yes, you're going to answer it, but you're also going to intake what their specific problems are in their language so that you can translate it into a product, and then when you drop it, you get sales.
I love that. Anyone else want to go?
I say start before you start. The biggest mistake I see people making is they think they have to wait until they have the product together. They think they have to have the logo together, whatever the offer is, and they say, I'm going to get this, and then you spend all this money, all this time, all these resources, and stuff just sits in your garage. If you have a digital product, no one's clicking, no one's buying it, and it's because at the end of the day, like Ashley was saying, you have to have the audience. And so from the time that that thought gets in your head, you need to start introducing yourself as, I am such and such, this person. And you start experimenting with your content so you can see what people like, but so you can build up an audience. So once you actually launch whatever it is, whether it's digital, physical, or service, you actually have someone that will purchase it, and you're not, reeling from disappointment or depression because you've put all of this effort into something and no one wanted to consume it. And the reality is people want your stuff. They want what you have. You just have to make sure that they know about you. So I would say before you even look at a manufacturer, before you even put money into whatever it is, say, this is what I want to do. Go fix your bio on your social media to fit that, get your little virtual business card or a physical one, and actually start promoting yourself as that.
And I would definitely tell you, a lot of times what I experienced, and y'all know, girl mom, y'all know, that a lot of clients, they come to me and they're like, oh my God, I have this beautiful brand, or I have this company and I really believe in it, and they want me to connect them with influencers or ads or marketing on blogs. And honestly, you guys haven't done the grassroots branding side of it, right? Like, you don't have the proper logo. You don't have the proper photo shoot. Like, you took the pictures in front of your shower curtain, you're like, oh, this is a backdrop. Like, okay, I'm gonna edit it out on Canva. But yeah, you're asking me how to get you in front of a Rashida or in front of a Toya, which these people I can easily call, right? But think about if you know your friend's brand didn't have the look, feel, or quality that you would purchase, would you, if you met Beyonce today, would you introduce them to your friend's brand? Right? Most of the time we wouldn't, because we're like, if I introduce my friend to Beyonce gonna think I'm crazy, right? Because you know that your friend's brand is not up to the par in the direction of where she's trying to go. So I truly need you guys to create small focus groups of people that can be honest with you and tell you. I told myself I want to be more of a personal brand. I want to focus less on my page of my businesses, because my businesses already run on their own. I had to get in a room with people that said, Skittles, your $10 million that you're making is not coming from your hands, it's coming from your mind. So if you look more as a thought leader on your Instagram and don't post everything, you'll start getting the opportunities that you're looking for. And I spent 3 weeks like, oh my God, I really want to post, and I'm in Jamaica, but they told me not, oh my God. But guess what, y'all? That sacrifice allowed me to be the keynote of Black Enterprise. I have a Forbes article coming out. All the things that I wanted before they told me that, it wasn't coming. I'm like, do they not know what my business? Hold on, I know I'm killing it out here, right? And I'm like, is somebody missing it? What's going on? Yeah, because I'm feeding my audience too much. And the person that I want to see it can't consume it because they have to now go through so much to get it. So I really need y'all to get in a focus group, clean up y'all Instagram pages so that they can tell you, you say you do hair, girl, all I see is cookies. Like, you're a foodie or do you do hair, right? Like, really breaking down, because that's where the initial marketing starts. So rolling into that, for those that are just looking to get started, how would you say, what would the first thing that they should do to bring ROI, return on investment?
So I come from YouTube, so I'm very big on documenting the journey. A lot of people just pop up on social media as this new business, and we don't trust you, sis. We're not giving you our credit card number. We don't believe you. When did you graduate hair school? Who taught you how to do lashes? Who certified you for real? So I think the biggest thing is, in order to get ROI, you have to build that trust. A lot of everyone is trying so hard to be an expert on day one. Just start showing us you in the field, going to class, studying at home, your baby on your lap. Show us that journey and that story, because everybody who works with me They know my son, they know my husband, they know my brother, my mom, and they start really investing in my story, and they just want to see me win. And they say, Brittany, I've watched you since you moved to Atlanta. You came from North Philly to on the stage at BloomCon. Thank you, Jesus. And so when I leave here and I document the journey and how I met my coach for years, Miss Ashley Ann, I mean, girls are gonna see this and say, wow, she did it. I need to work with her. But a lot of you guys, you don't want to share the hustle, right? The disappointment and where you started. You're trying so hard to keep up with all of the other people who've already did the work. Document the journey. Let us see you when you lost that weight, when you cleared that skin, when you grew your edges. Show us everything because we need to see the real.
Oh, yeah. Well, with ROI, when it comes to, we specialize in ads, but the reality is that a lot of people don't realize you can run ads on your best content. And I think that the number one thing is if you can start off organically and really come out here and, like you said, storytell, show your journey, show demonstration behind the scenes of what it's like to build your service or your product, and take us on the journey. You post it organically. On your Instagram, you have your very first set of audience anyway, your ride or dies. They're gonna tell you what they like, what's converting, how they are gonna buy from you, what content is actually working, and then after that, once you can see what's validated, you can take some of that content and turn it into an ad. We're not talking boosting, we're talking like the real ads manager, Meta Business Manager, but use that first for your first set of ROI. I do not recommend running ads for your very first, let me see if this works, I'm gonna throw some money behind it. That's not gonna happen. So you definitely wanna make sure that you are selling first organically, turn it into ads, and then let that take you further faster.
Okay, so let's have a little bit of ads talk, right? Because when clients start working with the icing agency, the first thing they say is, I need a commercial because I want to run an ad. And then I'm like, okay, tell me more about it. And they're literally like, so you want to start a business for $49.99? I'm like, oh no, absolutely not. Why do people think that those type of ads would convert more than organic?
Okay, so it's so interesting because a lot of people maybe not know, but I come from TV. So I sold TV commercials for 8 years in New York before I even started running Facebook ads. And I think that's the misconception. People see these TV commercials or they see these big brands and they're like, oh, I need me a commercial, right? But what you don't realize is you're making your own commercials every day on Instagram. When you show up on live, when you show up on live, that's an infomercial. That's what QVC was doing. When you're posting on a reel, that's what a TV commercial was, but you can do that now for just a few dollars. So a lot of people think, like you were saying, that they're watching everybody who's been there or done that and now put in all this time and now their content has evolved into this high quality production, like what you can film here. But you don't need to start like that. Pick up your phone, speak straight to the camera, and let everybody know what you can do, how you can help them, how you can serve them. And then once you see the response from that, then that can be your very first set of ads. People want to see you authentically.
And what's the difference between a Facebook ads and ads manager and a boosted post? They need to know.
We do need to, we need to know. We need to clear this up. So when you're boosting a post, it's literally just showing more eyeballs to that post. Some people, get some results from that, that's great. But when you use the business manager, you can put that same $20 into the business manager, and it's actually getting in front of people who are more than likely to convert, whether that means a lead, whether that means an actual sale. But when you're boosting, it's putting more eyeballs. So you're paying for the algorithm to be on your side versus, paying for actual conversions.
Okay, what marketing technique, and I really want everybody to answer this in their own way, what marketing technique has converted the best to you in regards to getting new people to find and purchase your products?
When it comes to new people, I think people are trying to get a customer instead of trying to get a lead. So sometimes you're taking a cold person and you're wanting them to buy something, but you're missing that bridge. So usually you need a lead generator, a freebie, something to get people on an email list, on a text list, and then convert them from there because they're cold. So you're not realizing that they know nothing about you. They don't know anything about your brand. And I'm really big on giving something really valuable at the front. I mean, during their whole journey, but really valuable. Like when you get my freebie, you're like, dang, I didn't pay for this? And then that shows you like, wow, what will it be like when I do pay? And I instantly gain your trust, as opposed to getting on Instagram every day, you're all cold, and I'm going, this is me, this is what I do. And they're like, yeah, okay, everybody else is saying that too. But now I can bring you into now a lead, and most of the people on my email list and text message list buy, but people that are in my audience are still too cold to make that purchasing decision. So bring them to the next step, the first yes, and then think about converting them into a customer, because sometimes you're hopping in somebody's DM and you're like, buy this from me, and it's just too spammy for people. Yeah. So turn them into a lead first, and then think about bringing them warmer, then to an actual purchase.
I just want to piggyback off of that. For me, in my life, in my journey, I have 3 pillars: mom, wife, mogul. And I'm converting leads from people that are moms that want to see me. Oh my God, how does she run all these businesses while being a mom? I want to teach that group of people. I want to also teach people that are like, oh, I want to be a wife, I'm single now, or I want to develop a great marriage. That's also my second junket. And my third junket is mogul. Everything business, tips, trips, impact, all of that. So a lot of times when you guys are getting confused in regards to the type of information or content you want to put out, think of, where does this go in the 3 junkets that my audience sit in? A lot of times I'm like, y'all, I eat the best food ever. Like, I literally travel around, me and my husband, to eat, but we just like, oh, it doesn't fit in our junket. So Instagram stories have to see that, right? Unless we are curating content of, oh, go on a date with us. Like, so that has really, really worked. Also, what you guys don't know, Girl Mob does, I'm very private. Like, I'm very, very private. But y'all don't feel that and y'all don't know that, because I fill y'all up in the 3 junkets that I've developed, that I know I can create content all around these 3 junkets all day long. But the rest of my life, y'all will never see or never hear about, because it's not within those 3. You understand what I'm saying?
Can I add to that?
Yes.
So basically, a combination of what Skittles and Ashley is saying, what she calls junkets in the marketing world, they call that segmentation. So all of you guys are going to have 1 to 3 groups of people that you're going to service. So when we're working on building, I don't even focus on trying to build a lead or a customer. My goal is to get you to be a part of my community. So my community is called the Kingdom, right? I want you to come in. I don't even want you to think about buying something from me right now. I want you to think about what it is that you need, and am I answering a specific question? So all of you guys can take a sheet of paper when you leave here this weekend, write down the 3 top desires of your audience. You're going to write down the 3 frequently asked questions that people are giving to you, because you're going to be able to create content and products around that are going to make you money pretty quickly if you're trying to figure out how to create something that converts into cash. And then you're also going to ask them, what are their 3 biggest struggles? And you have to speak to them in the language that they understand. You're fine how you are. Your vibe is going to attract your tribe. You speak to people in a way that they know what you're talking about. And every time they see a piece of your content, whether it's a post on social media, an email, a text, a live stream, they need to think, I was just having this conversation, or I was just wondering that, or this is exactly what I needed. This is the challenge that I'm dealing with. So if you can answer those, you're always constantly going to have people that convert. Now, another part of community is building out the relationship. So when you put these people on the email list from the lead magnet, you need to email them at least once a week with valuable information. There's nothing wrong with sliding an offer on the back end, but we got to make sure that every day you should wake up and say, how can I help my community? How can I help them accomplish their goal? Then the next thing, after that, you get them on a text list, right? Because I love some text marketing. You're going to turn around, baby, I text my people all day, every day, right? How can I answer a question? What do they need help with? Are they signing up for reminders? If you sell clothing, can I give them some fashion tips? Can I tell them what's trending, right? Hey, this is what's trending this year. This is how you can use it. And if you need a piece, click this link. So we want to be in constant communication, not only sending out emails or texts or making posts when we have something to sell. So just answer those 3 questions, get the top 3 answers, and if you are putting out content or if you're putting out products or offers around that, you will make money. And just focus on my community.
And also, I want to say, be yourself. Like, I've been in a lot of masterminds this year because I'm scaling to sell. I've been in a lot of masterminds, and they're like, oh, you should do it like this. And I hired a bunch of coaches, and they're like, oh, you should do it like this, and you should segment like this. And so when I was doing BloomCon, a part of the energy on why I didn't launch it is because so much information about, oh, you need to have a top 40 playlist, and oh, you need to, and I was just like, geez, I'm so used to coming out to Dream Chasers, and I'm like, oh my God, is this identify with the bakery? And when I realized, like, I am 36 tomorrow, years old, and I built a $16 million company being myself. So I am not going to be anything different, talk different, walk different, dress different. I've done it all my way, and I've worked with the best clients ever. So when you guys start to think about that, even when I hired a new social media manager to help me on the back end with my social, and I'm reading my captions like, be immersed with flowers and blooming. I'm like, immersed? I would never say that. Like, no, we cannot do that. So don't let AI and ChatGPT and all these things have you not identifying with the girls that you target, because ChatGPT ain't gonna say, hey girl, pull up and come shop with me. And that's what your audience needs to hear to buy it. They're gonna be like, oh, you wanna come and shop a amazing experience? Like, no, you don't even talk like that on live, right? So make sure that everywhere you go and in every room, you are exactly who you say you are. How many of y'all get my text? Y'all know, some be spelled a little wrong. Sometimes I text real fast, and you be like, what did Skittles text me about a blue? How many of y'all got the address 3 different times yesterday? You know it's me, though, right? So if you were getting it in a different way, most of you guys wouldn't be in this room because you know it wouldn't be me, so. What marketing strategy? Yeah.
So my biggest thing is going live. So I coach, but obviously being from North Philly, I'm a little ghetto, a little ratchet. So I like for my new people who follow me to know I have a son, and he will be in our meetings, and he will say hello. You better say hi back to my snuggums. And I think the biggest thing is that they understand my language, my vibe, my community. So when you sign up for my coaching program, you're not shocked if I curse, right? You're not shocked if, my son is right behind me. He knows your name, and he says hello because you've been on those lives week after week. I actually go live every single day at 12 o'clock. Just so you guys can see, I wake up and show up every day, just like you. Just like you clock in for work, I'm right on live teaching you everything I know, trying to be transparent. But another thing I wanted to add, please stop gatekeeping on live. Share it. Tell it. Because if you're truly an expert and you're not capping, you can go live every day for 365 days and still have something to charge that's different from what you spoke on live. And so if you feel like you're running out of information, that means you're not learning enough. So you're actually not an expert, so that price needs to go down a little bit. You need to humble yourself a bit and get a coach and get a mentor and join the girl mob, because clearly you have some more leveling up to do, and it's okay. But for a lot of my entrepreneurs, please get on live, show your personality, be real, be raw, because I don't want anyone asking for a refund saying, oh, she's so unprofessional, and her child is always there, or, they see the difference. When they sign up for your program, the same journey should be a breeze. So, yeah.
Okay, so to piggyback off of that, I love every single thing that you just said, and I think that it's so important for you guys to be committed. Stop showing up one time and saying, oh, my audience seen it already. Oh, I did a rebrand. I posted 3 times this week. Oh, I'm rebranded. Like, nobody knows. For real, like, honestly, you guys, nobody knows and nobody cares until you make them care, right? You make them care. It's not about, oh, I rebranded, I did a photo shoot. Like, no, how are you consistently showing up to your audience? And for me, I always think when I'm giving gems, when I'm giving nuggets, when I'm giving all the tips, I always say, I can give y'all all of the ingredients. What you're hiring me for is my recipe. So you can give them all the ingredients. I can tell you exactly how I post, exactly how I built my marketing company, exactly how I built Girl Mob. There's people in this audience that I've built communities for. I can do it all over again, but you're not gonna get my recipe. So when you think about it like that, the brains is you. Like the sauce is you, right? Okay, so for those that are in this room and may be on a low budget, right? And they're like, girl, I barely got to this conference. How am I supposed to spend money on marketing? Can we give them one gem that they can leave and do to get some results to get them to that next stage?
We just get to give one?
Yeah, a couple, it don't matter.
Okay. So for those of you that don't know, I started with $125 and a laptop and grew that into 3 multi-million-dollar companies. So I know a lot about marketing with little to no money. The first thing I'm gonna tell y'all is something that a lot of y'all don't wanna do because it doesn't fit what necessarily feels good, but you need to build a portfolio. So you're gonna work for the free 99 because free 99 turns into pay 99. You're gonna work for people for free, just not anybody though. It has to be someone that can afford whatever your offer is, because hopefully they're gonna like the time during the duration, right? And say, yes, I wanna hire you. So when I started my ads agency, I would literally feet on the street, go knock on businesses' doors, and I would run ads for people for free for a month. And the deal was after the end of that month, they had to sit down and talk with me so we could review everything. Well, I knocked it out of the park. So they all wanted to hire me, right? So by the end of the first year, I had gone from a brand new ad agency to an agency that had made over $750,000 because I was willing to work for free, okay? So working for people that could actually become a customer, or, for instance, Skittles would be an example of the second type of person. She has a huge network and a huge audience, so she can refer you to other people. So someone like that, you may work with them for free, be like, girl, you good, I got it. You just telling people I'm the person that's doing this for you, okay? And then the Holy Grail is a combination. They got the audience and they'll turn around and hire you, okay? So working for free, and it's not free, the same way you'd have to pay for a radio ad or a Facebook ad or a TikTok ad. This is marketing for your company. I said, girl, don't lie out. Don't talk without the mic. Y'all can hear me, don't y'all? That's what it is, too much, right? The second thing, you need to show up every day, okay? On social media, you just remember everything is content, okay? Everything is content in these streets. So like Skittles was saying, you have your junkets. You make your little content buckets, get you a Google Drive folder. Google Drive is free as long as you got a Gmail address. And you're going to make a folder for Junket 1, a folder for Junket 2, a folder for Junket 3. Even if you don't know what to do with it right now, save it and put it in the folder, okay? So you can turn around and get it done later. And every day you're going to make a post. You're going to post something that's going to be broad content. Broad content is something people can get to know your personality. They're going to be relatable, okay? So that could be you being a mom. That could be how you like to have your coffee. It could be you unpacking your luggage and how it's sit in your house for 5 days, right? And you don't know why you like that, but just something where people can relate to you, okay? The second content is going to be narrow content. That's specific to your that's answering those questions for them, that's giving them tips, supplies, how to take care of stuff, how you move stuff around, okay? Something super specific that's gonna convert someone into a customer. The third piece of content you're gonna post every day, you're gonna tell them about your lead magnet because we gotta get them on our list. You gotta talk to people outside of social media. Just because you post, only about 7% of your audience actually saw it. So you got to be able to connect with them outside of a social media page. So now we're going to say, hey, get my free thing, get my free thing, get my free thing, right? So now you have the ability to email them and text them. And if you got a confirmation page with an offer, you're even going to make some money while you're offering free stuff. The fourth piece of content that you are going to post is going to be something that shows you as a resource, okay? So again, how can I help you? A process, a tutorial, a statistic, a definition, how to make something. And so if you're posting that type of content every single day, you are going to see your business grow tremendously. You will be amazed what can happen in 90 days. Okay, I'm going to shut up now.
I would say this is really the part y'all don't want to hear. I would say if you don't have a budget, get one. Because at the end of the day, you're an entrepreneur, you're not a victim. So I talk to too many people that come to me and I'm like, what's your budget? And they're like, I don't have one. Yeah, I'm just like, get one, because no matter, I don't care if you work at Target, you can start putting $10 out of every check, you can start putting $25 out of a check, but if you tell me I don't have a budget, that to me gives victim, because it's like saying, you know, I need support and I need people to give me handouts in order for my business to flourish. When if you're gonna grow and you're gonna be a CEO, you're gonna have teams, you're gonna hire people, how do you sound saying I don't have a budget? So I just say change the mindset around that, because you cannot be entitled to think that people are gonna hand you things. And then on top of that, you may need to pay for a consultation, because what happens is the people that don't have budgets, when they come to me after they did get the budget and they ran and did all this other things, and then I gotta tell them, hey, all that was wrong. And maybe you should have scraped up some money to get a consultation so you could have some guidance in the beginning, but you winged it because you believed that you didn't have a budget, and now I'm telling you, hey, you gotta go do all that over because it doesn't even make any sense. And now you're saying, oh, now I don't have the budget to redo it, right? So you'd rather be proactive and say, okay, you know what, I can do organic content, I can do what's free now, and look at what you can do, and look at, I work with people all the time that come to me and they say, hey, I saved up to work with you. You know, I put my money to the side, or I borrowed money, or you know, if it's your business and you really take it seriously, to me, there's no such thing as not a budget. And if a marketing expert asks you, what's your budget? And now they looking at me like I'm trying to make up a price to scam them or something. They're like, what you mean, what's my budget? What you gonna charge me? I'm like, no, I'm asking you so that you can know what you can do and you can set expectations. You wanna make $10,000 off of putting $0 into it? That's just not realistic. So start where you're at and say, okay, out of this check, I'm gonna take $50, I'm gonna take $25 out of it when I get my income taxes, whatever you have to do to say, I do have a marketing budget and I can make plays for my business, and that's gonna give you some motion.
I have something to add to that, if you don't mind.
Come on with it.
So a lot of people talk about having a low budget, right, or having no budget, but the reality is that time is money. So if you have a 9 to 5, from 5 to 9, you should be investing very smart, strategic time periods, working on your business, but on the right things. So even working full, I don't know who in here is full-time in their business. Who's full-time? Okay, look, so we know how many hours in a day we don't have, right? Before the kids get home, before we gotta cook, clean, whatever, do other things. And it's like, we gotta make sure we're having really good time management. So if you don't know what your RGAs are, your revenue generating activities, get some, okay? If you don't understand how to run ads, learn how to run ads, because you can run ads for $10 a day, ROI on what you're doing. It's just working on, like I said earlier, putting your content to work for you. So for me personally, like in the beginning, I obviously didn't have a large budget with ads either. And I came from TV where ads were $10,000 a pop to play a 30-second commercial once. So when I found out I could run an ad on social media for $10 a day, oh, it was up. It was up. And the thing is that I would much rather pay $20, $50 or whatever a day that I can just invest in my business versus taking 3 hours away from my children, which time I would never get back. So that's how I look at it. Get a budget, basically.
So my story was a little different because I took pride in being a corporate baddie. So I've been a social media manager in the corporate space for 8 years, and my last job that I quit 3 months ago, thank you. Thank you guys. I thought that when I got married, me and my husband were like, we're gonna hit 100K, we're gonna be a 200K household, we're gonna be lit. We got there, we bought the house, and our friends that were entrepreneurs were making our paycheck in one day, and we were like, what's going on here? And so I decided to step out on faith, and I said, for the next year, I just want to hang with entrepreneurs. That's it. That's it. So all my friends who had 9 to 5s, I was like, love y'all, but I'm trying to go over here. And so I would just hang with them. Be a good person, of course, you know, not for clout. We don't have to post a thing, but let me just rub your shoulder. Let me just sit next to you. Let me just come to all the events. Let me soak up all of that hustle and that spirit, and let me just I just needed someone to say, Brittany, I did it, you can do it, come on. And so, yeah, I just hung around hustlers. I hung around entrepreneurs for 12 months straight, and finally I was like, everything they're doing I can do. They wake up every day and jump on live and invest in ads, and they go to events, and they're in the city moving and shaking. I'm just going to work and going home. And so I honestly think the biggest thing we need is just a new circle of friends. Again, join the Girl Mob.
I want to end by saying that you guys have a budget, right? I absolutely hate when you say you don't have a budget because you know if you want a Chanel or a Channel, right? You know if you want Cheerios or Walmart O's. You gon' buy the cereal, but you know what your budget can afford. You know I need a vehicle, right? So am I buying a Honda or am I buying a Bentley? That's how you know your budget, right? So how are you supposed to you gotta start thinking bigger, right? And how I talk to my clients when they say, I don't have a budget, I say, okay, I need to book a singer for you. I say, who you want me to book? You say, Beyonce. I say, okay, Beyonce 50 million. You say, oh, that ain't in my budget. Well, who in your budget? Let's book Atlanta's local band, right? You know if you want Beyonce or a local band. So you know what's in your budget. What you should think about is what I currently can afford that is in my bank account that I won't lose sleep over, right? When I think of when somebody comes to me and asks me my budget, I'm gonna say, okay, my budget may be 10K, 50K, depending on what I want the results to be and what I cannot lose sleep about, right? So for those that are always questioning how to formulate your budget, is it 10,000? Is it 3,000? Is it 100, right? Whatever your budget is, then that person can say, okay, well, with the $100, if you come to the agency, the ICE agency, and you say, oh, my budget is $500, I'm gonna say, okay, well, we can do a landing page, we can do a logo. If you say, oh, my budget is $10,000, well, we can get you with some influencers on blogs. It expands, right? But the person in front of you, you cannot go to anybody, hairstylist. You know if you want the best, you have to have a higher budget. Did y'all enjoy this marketing panel? Woo! Make sure you guys follow all of these beautiful ladies. Drop your Instagram really quickly.
I'm at King Ashley Ann everywhere and fool with me on TikTok. Y'all missing money.
I'm Miss Marketing Pro. You guys can head over to missmarketingpro.com. I actually have a free course on there right now that takes you through everything A to Z. So you guys have no excuse about the budget. So missmarketingpro.com.
You can find me on all platforms at Laurel Lane or at Social Sales Lab. And same thing, go to my link in bio and I'll give you a free training on how to run ads in just 60 minutes. So I'll see y'all online.
I'm Miss Brittany M. That's MS Brittany M, BRITNEY. And if you guys DM me, I can give you a free social media audit, but I am pretty brutal. But if you have a business, I'll definitely go ahead and I'll audit your socials for you.
Yeah, so clap it up for that. Woo! DJ. One thing, guys, I don't want anyone live streaming. You guys all paid to be here, so they should be paying to be here too, right? And our virtual ticket is $23. So if your friends ain't here, you need to send them the virtual link. Please do not live stream this event, okay? All right, y'all got it? Because my team gonna start taking the phones, all right? Okay. Thank y'all. Up next.
Enough, but